puddles.
It is raining today, so Peppa and George cannot play outside.
Daddy, it's stopped raining. Can we go out to play?
Ha ha! All right. Run along, you two.
Peppa loves jumping in muddy puddles.
I love muddy puddles.
Peppa, if you jump in muddy puddles, you must wear your boots.
Sorry, Mummy.
George likes to jump in muddy puddles too.
George, if you jump in muddy puddles, you must wear your boots.
Peppa likes to look after her little brother, George.
George, let's find some more puddles.
Peppa and George are having a lot of fun. Peppa has found a little puddle. George has found a big puddle.
Look, George. There's a really big puddle.
George wants to jump into the big puddle first.
Stop, George. I must check if it's safe for you. Good. It is safe for you. Sorry, George. It's only mud.
Peppa and George love jumping in muddy puddles.
Come on, George. Let's go and show Daddy.
Goodness me.
Daddy! Guess what we've been doing?
Let me think. Have you been watching television?
No, Daddy.
Have you just had a bath?
No.
I know. You've been jumping in muddy puddles.
Yes, Daddy. We've been jumping in muddy puddles.
Ho ho! And look at the mess you're in.
Ooh.
Oh well, it's only mud. Let's clean up quickly before Mummy sees the mess.
Daddy, when we've cleaned up, will you and Mummy come and play too?
Yes, we can all play in the garden.
Peppa and George are wearing their boots. Mummy and Daddy are wearing their boots. Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Everyone loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
Oh, Daddy Pig, look at the mess you're in.
It's only mud. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. Work and play.
It is a lovely sunny morning.
Ah, what a nice day for doing nothing.
Daddy Pig loves doing nothing.
Daddy, aren't you going to work today?
No, Peppa. It's Saturday.
Daddy Pig doesn't work on Saturdays.
Daddy Pig, you'll be late for work.
But it's Saturday, Mummy Pig, isn't it?
No, it's Thursday.
Oh,
Daddy Pig works on Thursdays.
see you later.
Bye-bye. Poor Daddy, having to work. Lucky Mummy, you can play at home all day.
I'm not playing. I'm working on my computer.
George wants to play the Happy Mrs. Chicken game.
George, we can play the Happy Mrs. Chicken game after I finish my work.
Oh,
Mummy Sheep and Susie have come to pick up Peppa for playgroup.
hello, Peppa. Hello, Susie.
Have a good day at playgroup.
Bye-bye, Mummy. Work hard. Mrs. Sheep, do you work or do you play?
I'm going to be working very hard today. I'm off to the gym.
What do you do at the gym?
Running, jumping and skipping.
Mummy, that's not work. That's play.
Peppa and Susie have arrived at the playgroup.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Peppa. Hello, Susie.
Oh, children, today we will play shops.
Ooh.
Who wants to be shopkeeper?
Me.
Peppa and Susie can be shopkeepers. Everyone else can be customers.
Peppa and Susie are going to run a pretend shop.
What do we have to do? I will take the money, Susie, and you can stack the shelves. OK.
Danny Dog is the first customer.
Hello, shopkeeper. Hello, Mr. Dog. Can I have some biscuits, please? Susie, have we got any biscuits? No, but we've got a toy telephone. How much will that be? That will be £100, please. Thank you. Next, please. No. Hello, shopkeeper. Can I have a loaf of bread, please? No, but you can have a toy house. Would you like it in a bag, sir? Yes, please. That will be £1, please. Oh, I haven't got enough money. You can pay us next time you come in. Gosh, this is hard work. Yes. Hello, shopkeeper. What can I buy for £1,000,000, please? Susie, what have we got for £1,000,000? A carrot? Yes, please.
Rebecca Rabbit likes carrots. It is home time. Daddy Pig has come to collect Peppa and Susie.
Daddy, have you had a busy day?
Yes, I've been working very hard.
We've been working very hard too. We've been shopkeepers.
Blah, 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 blah. The end. And print.
Mummy Pig has finished her work.
OK, George. Perhaps we could just play one game of Happy Mrs. Chicken. We've earned it.
Naughty, Mummy. You're playing Happy Mrs. Chicken.
Ah, that's because George and I have finished our work. Haven't we, George?
We've all finished our work, so let's all play.
Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. Bubbles.
Peppa and George are drinking orange juice.
What noisy little piggies.
George, look at all the tiny bubbles. I can make bigger bubbles.
Peppa is blowing bubbles in her drink.
Bubble.
George wants to blow bubbles too.
Peppa, George, you really shouldn't play with your food.
Sorry, Daddy.
Peppa, if you like bubbles, why don't you play with your bubble mixture?
Yes, my bubble mixture. George, let's blow bubbles in the garden.
Peppa is showing George how to blow bubbles.
First, dip the stick in the mixture. Then take a big breath and blow. Bubble. George, now it's your turn. Dip the stick in the mixture. Hold it up. Take a big breath and blow.
George is trying really hard, but he is running out of breath.
Achoo! George, you didn't blow hard enough.
I know a way George can make bubbles. Dip the stick in the mixture, then lift it up and wave it around.
Bubble!
It's even better if you run along.
Wait for me!
George is having fun making bubbles, and Peppa is having fun popping them.
I love bubbles!
Oh dear, the bubble mixture is all used up.
Daddy! Mommy! There's no more bubble mixture.
Don't worry, Peppa. I have an idea. Mummy Pig, bring me a bucket, please.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
Peppa, bring me some soap.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
George, bring me my old tennis racket.
A bucket, some soap, a tennis racket. What is Daddy Pig doing?
First, I need some water. Then the soap. And now, the tennis racket, please. Thank you. Now watch this.
Ooh, wow!
Daddy Pig has made his own bubble mixture.
Come on, everyone.
Be careful, Daddy Pig. Don't slip and fall.
I'll be fine. Whoa.
Are you okay, Daddy Pig?
Yes, I'm fine. Choo.
Wow!
Daddy Pig has made the biggest bubble ever.
Oh dear, I've spilt all my bubble mixture.
Now we can't make any more bubbles.
But we can play jumping in muddy puddles. Look!
Daddy Pig's bubble mixture has made a big muddy puddle.
Hooray!
Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
Look! The bubble mixture has made the puddle all bubbly.
Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy, bubbly puddles. Everyone loves jumping up and down in muddy, bubbly puddles.
Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. Mr. Dinosaur is lost.
George's favourite toy is Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur. Sometimes George likes to scare Peppa with Mr. Dinosaur.
Too scary.
At supper time, Mr. Dinosaur sits next to George.
I beg your pardon? Was that you, George? Or was it Mr. Dinosaur?
Dinosaur.
At bath time, George shares his bath with Mr. Dinosaur.
Good night, Peppa.
Good night, Mummy.
Good night, George. And good night, Mr. Dinosaur.
When George goes to bed, Mr. Dinosaur is tucked up with him. George's favourite game is throwing Mr. Dinosaur up in the air
Whee!
and catching him when he falls back down.
Whee! Whee!
Peppa and Daddy Pig are playing drafts.
I win, Daddy.
Oh, well done, Peppa. George?
George, what's the matter?
I'm sore.
George, have you lost Mr. Dinosaur?
George has lost Mr. Dinosaur.
Don't worry, George. We'll find Mr. Dinosaur.
It's a job for a detective.
Daddy, what is a detective?
A detective is a very important person who is good at finding things.
Me! I'm good at finding things.
All right, Peppa is the detective.
George, I'm the detective. I will help you find Mr. Dinosaur.
Maybe the detective should ask George some simple questions.
George, where's Mr. Dinosaur?
George does not know where Mr. Dinosaur is. The detective could try and guess where Mr. Dinosaur might be.
I know where he is. George always has Mr. Dinosaur with him in the bath. So Mr. Dinosaur is in the bath.
Mr. Dinosaur is not in the bath.
Oh. I know where Mr. Dinosaur is. George always has Mr. Dinosaur in his bed at night. See, that's where he is.
Mr. Dinosaur is not in George's bed.
Oh.
Maybe we should try the garden.
Yes, the garden. I was going to say that. Where is Mr. Dinosaur?
Mr. Dinosaur is very hard to find.
Oh, Mr. Dinosaur isn't anywhere.
George, you do love to throw Mr. Dinosaur in the air. I wonder if this time you threw Mr. Dinosaur just a bit too high.
There he is! There he is! I saw him first!
Well done, Peppa. You really are a very good detective.
I'm sore.
George is so happy to have Mr. Dinosaur back again.
Whee!
Maybe it isn't a good idea to play with dinosaurs near trees.
Dinosaur. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig.